is war. All I know is shoot. All I want is more, but I got some things to do. I'm a dog of war. Hell's what I've been through. I'm a dog of war. I did it all for you. I'm a soldier, I'm a warrior. Got an emblem on my cover. And ask me what I did for ya. I put the trash deep down under. Yeah, I'm a dog of war. Hell's what I've been through. I'm a dog of war. I did it all for you, yeah.
Took some time in the place, man, I just needed some space. All the pain show in my face and my heart starts to race. Been a brother.
Oh, brother, please let us know for last thoughts, our listeners live and on podcast.
All right, we know that I do joke quite often about my attempted escapes from the psych ward, but in all seriousness, the psych ward gang is seriously my idea of representing the military. Representing mental health in the military community. So, if you happen to run into any type of mental health crisis or emergency, do not be ashamed nor afraid to dial 988, press option 1. Again, just as I had to do when I was in a moment of crisis, do not be ashamed nor afraid to dial the digits 988, then press option 1 if you find yourself in a similar mental health crisis. Hello and welcome to the WarDawg Trail. This is a pop-up episode. Just on the fly. I have a rant. I have something I need to say. I got something I want to get off my chest. So this is a pop-up episode out of the blue. I'm going to call it episode 70. I came to air some things off my chest as they relate to the veteran community and as they relate to having respect for the veteran community when it comes to training and tactics. But before I begin, let's first go over some announcements and news. First off, be sure to check out my website, sergeantwardawgtv.com, as well as the Facebook page. You can watch this live, as this broadcast is streaming live. You can catch us live on YouTube, Sergeant WarDawg TV, Instagram, Sergeant WarDawg TV. You will always find my most up-to-date information on either Instagram or my website. Next, you can also find me on X at Sergeant War. All right. As you see listed, my social media contacts and handles so you can find me. Reaper Apparel Co. I am brand ambassador for Reaper Apparel Co. So you can find me online. You can use my code with their company, Sergeant WarDawg TV, for 10% off your entire order. Their website is reaperapparelco.com. Yeah, again, I'm a brand ambassador, and you can find your apparel from Reaper Apparel Co. at their site. Next, Peaceful Warriors. Peaceful Warriors is a veterans nonprofit that takes veterans out to volunteer around the world. All right. If you are a veteran that happens to be struggling with PTSD, trying to find your purpose, your mission in life, consider using your time and energy with peacefulwarriors.org. Next, I am a co-host on the DV Radio and their podcast, Barracks Talk. We're on live on dvradio.net every Saturday night, beginning at 8 p.m. For your military types, that is 2000, so be on time. We have a good time, we joke, we chop it up just like we were used to back in the barracks, and which is why it's called Barracks Talk. So come check us out. DV Radio, Dysfunctional Veterans, is the owner of that. Salute. Next, my second podcast, Bullets, Blades, and Hooks, debuted this month, December 1st. All right, Bullets, Blades, and Hooks is a podcast about organizations that take the time to get veterans outdoors and to utilize outdoor therapy. We interview organizations that take veterans fishing, hunting, camping, or shooting, or other outdoor activities in order to showcase to veterans that these organizations do exist and these opportunities to get outdoors are available. Remember, Sergeant WarDawg TV is your source for military, hunting, and outdoors TV with swag. We have our own special brand, our own special way of doing things here on Sergeant WarDawg TV. And that's why this is an exclusive new media outlet. All right. Camp Doghouse is my personal nonprofit. It's a camp that I own in Florida that will house homeless war veterans. You can find out more information at campdoghouse.org. All right. Camp Doghouse is the organization that I started 4 years ago with the hopes of helping the homeless veteran community in Central Florida. Here's another layout of the camp, just so you can get the idea of what we're looking to do and what we're looking to have as a camp. These buildings actually represent RVs, unless we do have to resort to building small buildings, small shelter homes. All right, Sergeant WarDawg TV won 2 awards this year for leading veteran welfare outreach nonprofit 2023. Acquisition International is a magazine based in the UK, so that makes this an international award. We did receive an international award from Acquisition International. Next, we also won an award this year from Corporate Livewire. We won Veteran Support Nonprofit Organization of the Year. And Corporate Livewire is also based in the UK. So that's 2 global awards, 2 international awards this year, and 3 awards over the last 2 years total. So Sergeant WarDawg TV is making moves. We're doing what we need to do to get the word out about the new form of veteran entertainment that we offer. Let's talk about SHOT Show. For those of you who don't know, SHOT Show stands for Shooting, Hunting, Outdoor Trade Show. This is the largest trade show of its kind in the country, where you have all the companies from the outdoors, hunting, military, law enforcement, all meeting in one place, which is the SHOT Show. And you get a chance to see all of their newest products every year. And this year, since we have a media pass, we will be giving you exclusive coverage from the showroom floor. It's in the press room. You can find us members area, but we will also be at range day, which is one of the most important aspects of the SHOT Show. We will be at range day, and we will be firing guns from several companies, several reputable companies. First off would be Glock. We have been invited to shoot at the industry day at the range with Glock and record ourselves and record their guns. So we will be one of the few organizations out there that have access to Glock's newest and latest weapons, and that will be able to record and make videos and send you presentation of their products. Next, Radian Weapons. Now, Radian has a Model 1 rifle that we really want to get our hands on. We can't wait to try to test this out, to shoot it, see what the trigger control and recoil are like. We really can't wait to get our hands on a weapon on this Model 1 rifle from Radian Weapons. Next, we were invited by Horizon Firearms to shoot at SHOT Show Range Day. All right, Horizon has an excellent selection of rifles available to hunters and general outdoorsmen, but especially for those that need hunting rifles, that are really into hunting rifles. Horizon Firearms is the company you want to check out, and we will be checking them out for you at SHOT Show, where we have media passes and we'll have exclusive behind the scenes access and backstage access to their products, to the members of their company, to interview them, to talk about their weapons, and to get their story out. Next, I'm now a media member of the National Sports Foundation, the NSSF, the organization that owns SHOT Show and runs SHOT Show, and is a very big and well-known entity in the outdoors industry. We are members of that organization, and specifically we are media members. So we're becoming a more respectable media outlet. We're being seen as a TV show, respected as a podcast, and because of that, we're gaining more access at venues so we can bring you even better quality content. Soon, we will be a part of POMA, the Professional Outdoor Media Association. All right. This membership will definitely certify us as being an authentic authority in the outdoors when we show videos, show off gear, or do anything in the outdoors. We will be much more recognized as a media service by doing this and having an affiliation with POMA, Professional Outdoor Media Association. Next, Ecotech has an amazing game caller. All right, so for those of you who are hunters that like to hunt predators, like to hunt coyotes or wild hogs, this is a game caller that will change the way you go after your target harvest. All right, specifically, this is the kind of device that you need to bring your game to you, because this has amazing animal sounds and calls to bring out the coyotes and hogs in your direction when you are trying to take them out during your hunts. All right, that wraps it up for announcements. Now, that wraps things up for announcements, but that also opens the door for what I want to talk about tonight. All right, tonight I want to rant. I want to get some things off my chest. I want to let it be known some things that I have discovered while being involved with the 2A gun industry. All right. First off, what I want to say is that there are not enough combat veterans being recognized in the 2A gun industry. All right. There are not enough war veterans, people who've proven they can handle the weapons, that they're dedicated to learning them, to living with them, to surviving with them. The tried and true individuals that have used weapons in actual gunfights are not the ones that are being recognized in the world of 2A gun influencers. All right. Now, that bothers me because it really says that society is taking advice from those that are not as equipped as they need to be receiving advice from people. This goes for all veterans, all right? When we look online, look on social media, and we see people doing mag drills, doing reload times, doing pistol drills just over and over and over. That is all great and fine and dandy, but do not in any way take it as you being an expert if you don't have experience where you have actually been in more than one gunfight. All right, that's what I have to say about it. There are far too many 2A influencers in the social media world that have no experience. They have no tried and true experience. And I'm not saying, it has to be all military personnel that should only be influencers or should only be law enforcement. No, what I'm saying is even some individuals that were in the military and are now popular influencers, when they had the chance and they were in uniform and they were serving and they had a chance to fight at the highest levels in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, where there was combat, where they were needed, where they could have had all those dry fire times, where they could have used all their expertise and what if training and what if talking that they put out to the world. They had their chance to do it while they were in the military. They had their chance to do gun bearing and combat related jobs in MOSs, but they didn't. They chose not to. And what does that say? What does that tell you? If you take gun advice from anyone who's never been in at least more than one gunfight, from anyone who's never been in at least 2 gunfights, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. If you are seriously taking advice from individuals that have either never been in gunfights or have only been in maybe 1 or 2, what are you doing? Why are you taking advice from individuals like this? You could be doing so much more, so much better, listening to tried and true professionals. All right. Now, I have experience in this because I interview individuals that are in the gun industry. All right. On my podcast, the WarDawg Trail, I interview individuals that, have millions of followers, that have deals with companies to receive free guns or free gear, that are known by companies in the outdoor industry. But what I've come to find out when I ask them one-on-one, man-to-man, and I tell them, hey, I'm a Marine, infantry, rifleman, 3 tours in Iraq. I've been there, I've done that, I put in my work. Now, what about you? When I say that to the influencers that I speak to and that I've interviewed, they know for sure that they're getting a tried and true motherfucking war veteran that has already put in work, has already been there, done that, and can put a gun to that. But what we're running into is individuals that don't have what I've been looking for, man, and it's sad and it's upsetting. I thought, some of the people that I've been running into, they had jobs that were not combat related while they were in the military. So while that doesn't bear on their ability to post a video or to say shoot a gun or to reload it or to try to make something look cool, I want to bring special spotlight to bear to the fact that most of them are not combat veterans, are not war veterans. And whether they're law enforcement or war veterans, I'm betting most of them are law enforcement that have not been in the level of gunfights and action and drama that they say they've been in, or that they act like they've been in. And I think that's a great disservice to the people that actually follow them as influencers. That is a real problem in my eyes. If you are listening to individuals that can tell you're listening to individuals that talk to you as though they've been there and they've done that, and the truth is they haven't been anywhere or done a damn thing. They haven't been in the dangerous scenarios that they preach and they harp onto you while they're trying to be instructors, while they're trying to be firearms instructors or tactics instructors. All right. One thing that always stands out to me is that you make individuals instructors when you're on active duty military. You make them the experienced individuals that have already been there, that have done that. You don't make them the individuals that just seem to be okay, or that just seem to be decent with the weapon. All right. First off, anything involving military, law enforcement, and civilians, I'm going to always tell you that I feel you need to pull a military guy in first. All right. Because there's things that law enforcement has not experienced, will not experience, that go well beyond the scope of what law enforcement does. Then I would go to a civilian influencer. All right. So you're getting knowledge dropped to you. Just my personal tier here. I would take advice from a war veteran first, who has a war MOS, who can say and prove that they have a war title, a war related job, an infantry or combat related or special forces related job. I don't have that problem, and I never have since I was 18, which is why I joined the Corps and chose to be an infantryman and chose to be a grunt. I knew what I was getting into. I knew that I was going to be walking into danger post 9/11. I knew that I had the opportunity to run with the big dogs. In my eyes, that was the Marine infantry, and to operate with some of the world's best. And I completed the training to say that I could run with them. And then I actually ran with them and went to war with them. Then after that, I became an instructor because I did my job well enough. And I taught them how to become even better Marines and to keep themselves alive as infantry guys while they were in Afghanistan and Iraq. Yeah, this is the level of expertise and advice you need to be getting from. All right. Not from me specifically, but from people who have been there and done that. All right. People who have been in gunfights. Not just someone who has a high follower account. Not just someone who looks cool to you. Not someone who's able to just mag dump and bust off as many weapons as possible. And bust off as many rounds as possible and give you a real good mag dump. You need to be following military, war decorated guys first and taking their advice. Then take advice from your law enforcement and your contractors. Then you take advice from a civilian who's never been in any hot shit situations. All right. If you're taking survival instruction from a competition shooter, that is a problem. Right? That's just what I have to say. All right. It's been on my mind for a while. It's something I needed to get off my chest and letting the world know that these influencers aren't who you think they are. They don't have the experience that you think they have for the ways in which you are following them and giving them your undivided attention. Now, I am cool with many of the influencers. All right. On a personal level, I have no problem. It's just on a professional level, it does ring a bell and stop me urgently when I find out what. Oh, okay. So you were military. And what'd you do in the military? Oh, you did that? Oh, you were so far away from the danger and the fighting, and you didn't train every day to be dangerous and to be a fighting gunman. You had the chance when you were in the military. You had the chance to choose a job that involved deadly and dangerous operations and guns and automatic weaponry and hand-to-hand combat. And that's another thing I want to talk about. All right, people don't seem to understand that on the civilian side, that when you run into someone that is in the military, you're dealing with someone that is a full and complete package of training. Okay, I mean, you're looking at someone who's not only just going to be able to talk to you about being good at a gun range, they are also great at fitness. They're also great at hand-to-hand instruction. They're also great at fighting. They're also great at not just pistol shooting, but long-range shooting as well. And they have ops under their belts. They have missions under their belts, man. They've been there and they've done that. And they can prove it. That's who you should be listening to. That's who the entire world should see as true followers. The second you go to beginning to like someone and see them as your influencer to follow, find out about them. Find out about, hey, what's his background? All right, yeah, he's pretty good with this pistol in his hand, but has he ever used it when it mattered? Has he ever been in a die-hard situation? Has he ever shot at something? No, not just shot. Has he ever actually shot someone while they were trying to shoot back at him? 9 times out of 10, the guys that you're talking to or that you're running into, yeah, they've shot on ranges. Yeah, they've shot at all types of paper or automatic or plastic targets, but they've never shot at a man. And they've never shot at a man who was shooting back at them. And that makes a big ass difference in the game. All right. You're trying to be tried and true and talk about, respecting people's credentials and things like that. You can't respect anyone who haven't truly shed blood, sweat, and tears in this thing. All right. Oh, yes, our country has been at war, 2 wars, right? Or at least 2 overt conventional wars, I say. No mention of the other things we do on the silent side of things to keep the world at peace and whatnot. But I am bringing a very big rant here tonight in this pop-up session, episode 69, so that I can just get it out there, man, and get it off my chest that I don't like the fact that so many influencers in the 2A gun industry are not combat veterans. They have no experience. They have no war experience. It's damn near to me akin to saying they have no balls. Even to find out, hey, they were in the military, but they didn't go to war. And then while they were in the military, the job that they chose to do was so far removed from war and danger and gunplay and violence. Why would you listen to these people? Why would you watch them? Why would you care what they have to say? I'm all ears if you can explain it to me. And if you're going off the Hollywood factor of what looks good and what's entertaining, okay, I get you. The guy that makes the man or woman makes things look, pretty interesting or pretty entertaining and whatnot. I can give you that. I can see how that might do things for you. That might get you a little hyped or excited. But take everything with a grain of salt. All right. Don't just be following these people just because you think they are something that they are not. All right. This has been a short episode, short pop-up. Just wanted to rant and get that off my chest. This needed to be said, needed to be heard, needed to be brought to the forefront. So that's what I'm here to do. It might spark some controversy. It might drop followers, drop likes. It might get me cut off from people talking to me or dealing with me. I don't really give a fuck either way. I'm not here for any of that in one direction or another. I'm here to put out a message, here to put out a Sergeant WarDawg brand of a message. And that was what I needed to do. That the fact that what I'm seeing, in terms of people that are the world is following. It's just sad to me to know that they're following individuals that aren't as proven in combat situations, in gunfights as much as others are. All right. Gunfights. You need to ask that to your instructor. Next time you go see your personal weapons instructor at a range or wherever it is you go to receive your instruction, you ask them, how many gunfights have you been in and survived? How many people have you shot? How many people have you killed? How many gunfights have you survived in order for you to feel that you are qualified and certified enough to be teaching? Or even if you are teaching, all right, what makes me, as a bona fide and certified veteran already who's done all the things that you're doing at higher levels than you, what makes me want to listen to you? What makes me want to hear a damn thing you have to say about anything related to weapons, guns, fighting, killing, shooting, when I know I'm well beyond your level of participation in it. All right. And I come from nothing but a lineage, I deal with a lineage of Marines as friends and peers and partners and brothers that are all certified. That's all I roll with. That's all I know is certified killers. All my best friends are certified government legal killers. They've done it for a living, done it for a paycheck, done it multiple times in numerous countries. That's who I fuck with. I fuck with real people. All right. They might not have big Hollywood names. You might not know them as well as you know your local actors, but they have better tactics, better knowledge, better experience than any of the names that you know. I'm not going to bash any names. I'm not going to knock any people that I have known or seen or come across. I'm just letting it be known that in my own way, I am pulling cards. I am pulling cards. I want respect to be given to military veterans first and foremost. And amongst veterans, I want it to be given to those that were in the combat-related MOSs, combat-related jobs, in the infantry. All right? They asked to fight and survive and learn to survive. They ask for it. You understand? They ask for it. They ask for jobs like this. They ask so that when they learn these things with guns and they learn to shoot so well and they learn how to load their mags so fast and how to transition from a rifle to pistol and vice versa, it's different with the fact that they asked for it. And then they went out and they dealt with fighting in that job. And that's a whole different ballgame. When you're a trained military guy going against another trained military guy, oh, that is a competition match made in heaven. All right. But that's not what you get. Most of the time, you're going to get a military guy on civilian, law enforcement on civilian with higher experience on another civilian. But I will never in my eyes change my opinion from thinking or believing that a civilian or a law enforcement person needs to be listened to or believed when it comes to survival or tactics over a military guy, over a combat decorated military veteran. That's just all I had to say, man. I had to get it off my chest and put it out there and make it real. This is episode 69 of the WarDawg Trail. Be on the lookout for upcoming activities and events with Sergeant WarDawg TV, the web series, and with the WarDawg Trail podcast. Be sure to check out my website, sergeantwardawgtv.com, and our blog, where you can find the latest updates on what's going on with us. Check us out on Facebook at Sergeant WarDawg TV, YouTube at Sergeant WarDawg TV, and Instagram at Sergeant WarDawg TV. You can also find me on X, also known as Twitter, at Sergeant War. Right? And that is pretty much gonna wrap things up for this episode. If you have anything to say, thoughts, comments, hit me up, get at me, let me know what you think, what you felt about this, what you felt about one decorated combat veteran saying that he feels leaders and influencers in the gun industry should only be proven combat veterans. All right, that should be the people that others are influenced by. War veterans or law enforcement individuals with a combat experience, with gunfight and firefight experience. That's who I believe should be the number one influencers in the world, in the gun industry, in the 2A world. Your combat military veterans and your proven experience law enforcement that can be in at least 2 gunfights. All right, mark my words. Mark my words. The kind of knowledge that you get coming from guys on that caliber, men and women of that caliber, is going to be on such far level, on higher level than your average operator who's shooting guns but has never been in a position to where someone was shooting back at them and they still won the gunfight. That's who you need to listen to. That's the word I'm giving you. Take care. Have a great week. Salute.
All I know is war. All I know is shoot. All I want is more, but I got some things to do. I'm a dog of war. Hell's what I've been through. I'm a dog of war. I did it all for you. I'm a soldier, I'm a warrior. Got a emblem on my cover. And ask me what I did for ya. I put the trash deep down under. Yeah, I'm a dog of war. Hell's what I've been through. I'm a dog of war. I did it all for you. Yeah.
Spent some time in the place, man. I just needed some space. All the pain show in my face and my heart.